Hey everyone, so in this video I will talk about some common mistakes that you can avoid while you are coding. So no matter how good you are in coding, you will have issues with your code. We call them bugs or defects. So in this video I'll talk about some common mistakes that you may make and how to be more careful. So let's look at some scenarios. So first thing is the main class. So whenever you create a new file, so let's create a new Java file. So this is my new Java file, and as soon as you create this file, you'll see Java creates 5 lines for you. Now the first line is your main class. Okay, so the class is main, and you can see that there is a curly brace that starts at line 1. So be careful with this line because we don't want to write any code right after this, or we don't want to delete this line. This should be always there. Second is the main method. The second line that you're seeing, you can see it's main lowercase. This is your main method. For now you don't have to know what's a class, what's this main method, what is this static void. We will learn those later. And you'll see there is also a starting curly brace at line 2. Now we don't want to delete any of these 2 lines. Number 3, curly braces at the beginning and at the end. Now very careful, I see people make these mistakes. The line number 4 and line number 5, they are part of these 2 curly braces. So line number 4, I'll add a comment, and I want you to do the same. Write a comment here that this is the end of the main method. Why I'm saying this? Put your mouse in line 7. You'll see line 2 gets highlighted. So this is the end of your main method. So everything you do inside this, it's part of your main method. And the next one is this is the end of your main class. Sorry, actually I should say end of your class called main. Okay, so you can see 9 is highlighted. I mean, when you put your mouse at 9, it highlights 1. So these 2 ending curly brace should always be there. So I'll add a comment. Do not delete these 2 ending curly braces. So no matter what you do in your code, these 2 ending curly braces should always be there. So normally I will push these lines away so that they're not part of my code. Okay, so they should be always there no matter what you do inside your code. Okay. Number 4, double quotes. When you're printing anything, make sure you have starting quotes and ending quotes. So for example, you forgot this, Java will give you an error. Okay, because this is wrong. You must have the starting and ending quotes. Okay, so you must have this. And semicolon, so don't forget, at the end of any line of code you must have a semicolon. Variable's name. Another very important thing is variable name. So for example, if I name a variable, let's say a number, actually let's say int number equal to 5. Now I want to print this variable, and I'm gonna write a number. Now this will give you an error. Why? Because look at the name. You have a lowercase, here you have uppercase. So variable name, you must have the same lowercase and uppercase. You can't mismatch. If you do that and if you run your code, you'll get an error. Okay, so be careful with the variable's name. And what you can do, you can double click on a variable name and it will show you what's the other name, and you'll see that this is lightly highlighted and this is deeply highlighted. If I change this to a, it's just still lightly highlighted, but you know that these 2 are the name are the same, but double check the names so that you can see that they're both starting with lowercase. Okay, parenthesis. You can see that in print you have parenthesis. So now let's say you forgot the ending parenthesis. This is wrong, right? You must close this. Okay, every starting bracket must be closed somewhere. Check errors in the console. So now another very important thing that you should be careful is that when you run a code and see an error, you should see where you have that error and how you can fix it. So for example, I'm running this code and it will just print 5 because I'm just printing the variable, so it will show you 5. Now for example, let's say I forgot the ending curly brace. Obviously this is wrong because you have a starting curly brace but there is no end of it. You can see it shows an error. Okay, and it says that insert curly brace to complete class body. So your class body is open. This is your starting of the class and it was never closed. If you run this code, you'll see it's going to show you that you have something wrong. You can see reached end of line while parsing, and you can see it shows that okay, I am missing something here. So you can click on this line main.java and it says line 26, something is wrong there. So I can go there and you can see the mouse will come automatically at line 26. So I'll have to put this back. So you should be able to read the error message. For example, if I make another mistake here, this is wrong, right? You have a lowercase a, here you have an uppercase a. If I run this, you'll see Java will give you another type of error because obviously these names are wrong. You can see that Java says in line number 5 I can't find this symbol. The variable a name, I can't find this. Where did you define this variable? So you define the variable with lowercase but you're trying to print with an uppercase, which is wrong. That's why I have to fix this. And you'll see Java will tell you where you have this mistake at line number 5. So you should come at line number 5 and see what is wrong. Okay. Another error you may get is, for example, I forgot. Let's say some of you forgot or deleted this main, and let's run this. So you can see now there is a class, but what is the name of your class? You can see that it says 1 identifier expected. So Java is expecting you to put an identification. You have class but there is no name of that class, so you must have a name, and the name of the class is main. Okay, so Java will tell you that something is wrong, so we can come here and see what is wrong. So now if I run this, obviously there will be no error. Okay, so these are some common mistakes that you can avoid, and later on I'll share some more defects to avoid. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Bye.